Hello, I am Pastor Ethany Schmidt, and I'd like to welcome you to the April 3rd worship service for Lake Wilson United Methodist Church and Slayton United Methodist Church. I'm so glad that you've joined in. The story of Jesus includes many moments around tables, as this was really a part of his ritual of relationships till the very end of his days here on earth. And in this 5th week of Lent, we will hear today a story of love and devotion from the disciple Mary, directed at Jesus at the table. As we will see, Jesus tries to prepare his beloved companions for his death. Talk of death, isn't it kind of like a gut punch to many of us? We would rather believe we and our loved ones are invincible, that we're able to will ourselves into being strong. We all know that isn't always how the story goes. We are fragile. Our lives, like the plants in the gardens that we tend to, are susceptible to elemental dangers and a life cycle of letting go in order to live. So the question is, what in our lives do we dream about for tomorrow, void of sorrow? Time spent regretting decisions of our yesterdays, mistakes that we've made? Sometimes we get what we get. Life disappoints us, and yet God is still here. And somehow this faith is good enough. A few announcements before we go on is that the video worship service that you're watching has been sponsored by an anonymous donor, and we so appreciate their generosity. Hot Dogs on South Broadway is a hot dog ministry that is every Wednesday night between the hours of 5:30 and 6:30 outside of the Slayton United Methodist Church. And if it's not outside, it is held in the lower level, and we'd love for you to join us. Maundy Thursday services, which will be a week from Thursday night, I invite you to attend. 5 p.m. will be at the Slayton United Methodist Church, and 7 p.m. that night will be at the Lake Wilson United Methodist Church. Please join me in today's call to worship, which is said and read responsively. Spring is about to break forth. In all the land, new life is happening. Feel the wonder and power of God's creative energy. Feel the awe and joy of God's love for us. Let us worship God with a full sense of joy and expectation. Let us open our hearts, our spirits, our souls to God's lavish love. Amen. Join me now in the opening prayer based on Psalm 126. Holy One, lover of souls, we call out to you. You know our tears and sorrows, and you bear the seeds of grief with us. Open us today to your comfort that nurtures these seeds into sheaves of joy, the simple and good enough moments that fill our days. Amen. Our opening song for today is in the United Methodist hymnal on page 175. Jesus, the very thought of thee.